Experiment. Explore. Enjoy.
So, best place to start a walk around is with Herr Schneider.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Hello.
This man
Welcome on board.
is responsible for all of this, along with the team. And I think on behalf of certainly our team and everybody watching, I want to say, well done, mate. Absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
And you're okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. In between, I'm okay again. It was a stressy. It was the biggest show. It was the biggest setup and the most complicated and the most spannend. So it was really dramatic, the installation phase, with lots of things to jump over, to walk around, and to get done, get cleared, and. But in the end, we're here. And
fantastic job. We've had such a good time. So,
but
really
it's not me, you know. I'm from house. I'm totally lazy, you know. I'm just walking around talking bullshit all day. But I have a wonderful team.
Yes.
That was really so unbelievable what they all did, and everybody now knows his job and is doing it perfectly. And I think the people feel it if you walk around. That there's everywhere. If you don't look to the catering and to the house, it's on its own, and to the regulations with cars. Also, the venue itself and the team making the venue, making the support is so beautiful and so educated and so.
Yeah, I would second that.
Okay,
But
yeah.
I would say the point is it wouldn't have really happened without your initial irrepressible energy.
Yeah, but that's right. It's that I stick with what I wanted to do and that I go ahead and that I jump over my own mistakes here and there and say, okay, that was yesterday, tomorrow we do different, whatever. It's good.
Anyway, well done. Thank you very much.
More than welcome. Thank you for coming and joining me for how many years now with what I do here since
the beginning.
Since the last
Music
century
Messe,
somewhere.
yeah.
Yeah.
Last century.
Music Messe. And that's also a big thank you to sonicstate and to your whole team. What's wonderful, friendly, and you know, I think the biggest thing what we did. I don't know if you mentioned that, the thing that Gareth Jones passed away,
Yeah.
and what happened to us where I thought we have to make it a ceremony saying thank you, Gareth, for having been with us. And this ceremony, in the end, looking back to it, it was just the day before yesterday, it explains the best what this event is, because it's not a trade show, it's not a festival, it's something like an unreligious get-together of friends.
It's a non-threatening cult.
Yeah, it's cult, but it was so dramatic seeing this emotional component inside these people,
Yes.
seeing each other for 25 years. And as Dieter Döpfer said, Gerd Jallas was his friend for 40 years because they was already in the Musikkreis, junge Musik, electronic, soldering friends when they was young.
This is the Moon Modular sadly passed away earlier this month and was just discovered. So there was an impromptu and really touching ceremony in the main theatre which we went to. And it was really lovely. So yeah, thank you.
Yes, and we only recognized that he passed away on the first day of the show because his table was empty and all his friend was asking, where is he? And then we found an email in our spam folder from the Danish police, and a totally crazy story, you know, like in Inszenierung in the end, where he, anyway.
But the main thing is that we can still celebrate, and you know the joy of the whole thing is what shines through. So thank you.
Perfect. Thank you for doing it. Thank you for watching and enjoy your life and take care. Wie sagen die, in the German television they always say, und bitte bleiben Sie zuversichtlich at the end of the show. And that's because I don't know the English word, I wrote it down to my little stack. But do you have this, by the way? Not yet. Confident. I am zuversichtlich. Stay confidently.
Okay.
And this is the latest issue where I wrote all my notes down with my typewriter because my team didn't have time for it. I took a typewriter and did it my own, and there's all this shit written down that I normally tell the people if I meet them up on this venue.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
And another one for Mr. Butterworth.
Thank you.
Awesome. What a great way to start. Literally a force of nature, Andreas, and it's just kind of, I mean, it was very sad when we heard about the Moon Modular guy. I didn't really know him, but he was there from the very beginning, before, because Schneider's Laden started in a little shop before where we knew it was, before they moved. So yeah, anyway, right, let's keep going. So we find ourselves in the field where it hasn't rained. Lots of people here. Joe Marks, we've filmed most of these people. Electra One, Nobula, and I think, oh yeah, look, there's, this is not rocket science, who are winners of the, I think it was Best Modular, wasn't it? Do you think we should go in and see if the award's there, or shall we be really offended if he's left it at home? Let's see. Oh no, it's on the table. Come on, let's get a quick shot of it. Let's go and have a look. There we go. Doesn't it look handsome? Anyway, I suppose I was back. It's okay. We're fine. Thank you. So I should also say thanks to Andy, who sadly couldn't be here at last minute, but he came up with the concept and the design of those, so that was really good. Right. Oh look, someone's. Jesus, look at that. Someone's flying a GoPro. Imagine that hitting you in the head. Yeah. So there's a bar here. Sadly, let's see. I haven't seen whether it sells my favourite beer or not. Should do it, possibly check. Oh yeah, Erdinger Heffer. I'll be back later. Although, to be fair, because the place shuts at 8, as soon as we finish, we come here and the queue is literally all the way down the field. So it's quite hard to get beer here. Right, let's keep going. The famous Japanese Pfannkuchen Okonomiyaki. Is that right?
Yeah, okonomiyaki.
Okonomiyaki is how you say that. Hey, Gareth.
Shake your hand, I know you're
Gareth
working,
Jones. Well, we're actually just doing a kind of walk around. So.
Okay, hello. I'm Gareth. Nice to meet you.
Gareth Jones, the legendary Gareth Jones. Did you
The
play?
legendary Nick.
Did you play last night, or are you playing
I
tonight?
hope we didn't play last night because I wasn't here. I hope the gig's tonight. Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
you're playing tonight.
Yeah,
with
Watergate,
Daniel.
11:30. Yeah, Sunroof Live, electronic music improvisation. That's what we do, Nick.
Excellent.
Looking forward to
Excellent.
it.
Yeah. So you've just arrived.
Yeah, just arrived last night. Yeah.
Okay. So you haven't had the full SUPERBOOTH 2-day
Well,
experience.
no, I can't do that. But I want. It's super nice to go around and say hello to old friends. You know.
Yeah. Nice to see you,
Yeah,
Gareth.
nice to see you too, brother.
Take care.
Have a good SUPERBOOTH.
Let's go that way, because otherwise we'll have to walk through the sand, and it will be. Ed might slip. I'm just thinking health and safety here. This is kind of, we don't want any accidents at this late stage. I don't know what this stage is called. Do we know what this stage is called? This is the new stage. There are toilets here, so I'm going to call it the toilet stage, but I know that's not what it's actually called. There's also a bar. I think it's the swimming pool stage or something. And there's a bit of live modular action going on. I'll hold the mic up. Oh, wow, look at that, it's like an old school sound system, sound clash sound system. Presumably mono. And here's, hey Mike, hey, there's some folks here drinking. They're actually, you can tell that they have no taste in beer because they're at the Carlsberg bar, and where they sell Hefeweizen at the other one over there, and there's no queue. So you've made, look who it is.
Hello.
Hey.
How is everyone in Sonicstate land? Yeah, very well. You enjoyed
Had a
the
good show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah.
We're just doing our traditional walk around, improvised
Same.
nonsense. But you don't seem to be filming, you seem to be drinking.
Yeah, well, that's that's SUPERBOOTH, isn't it? It's beer, mates, synths in that order.
Yeah, well, once I've finished this, then I'm going to have Charles. Nice to see you all, folks. Is it Carl? Hey, Carl. Nice to see you, Carl.
Good
You
to see
having
you,
fun?
mate. I'm loving it, mate. It's always brilliant, right? I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah,
come on.
And I know I met you at the Funk House, and I thought, I'm sorry.
We're veterans.
We're veterans.
Ben.
Ben, that's right.
Another superb show.
You still in Berlin?
Yep. Yep.
So not far to travel.
3 stops. I'm
sweet.
one of the lucky ones, so
Yeah, nice.
whether it's here next year or not, we don't know, but we'll see.
really?
Yeah, but
Oh,
hopefully
wow.
it's still
Have you
here.
given all your awards out yet, Nick?
Yes, we've given our awards out.
Okay.
Yeah, there will be forthcoming. Well, most of them. There's 1 or 2 to give away. Nice. See you later.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
Right. So that's it's lads on tour. It's the Barmy Army. No, Carl is a top chap, really good friend of Dom's actually. I met him a couple of times. And of course Robbie, you'll know, Robbie Puricelli. Right, I think we'll probably cut here because it's a long walk and nothing interesting will happen. Okay, as we walk through the wilderness and the forest, we come across the Finnhutton, which is one of the little bars on the way that seems to be modelled on a kind of Bavarian ski lodge. I think they do fine chips and those really nice cheap sausages that I haven't been able to find anywhere yet. I haven't had a decent cheap Frankfurter.
You had a bad cheap.
Yeah, I had a really horrible corn on the cob that was just dunked in butter and chucked on a barbecue, but it tasted like it had been cooked in paraffin. Not my finest moment, but it was actually nicer than the sausage that I had, so you know. Anyway, this is the little bar. Oh look, people waving, wavers. We're waving. Okay, and then, so as we come out here, this is the last part of the show. As you can see, there's quite a long trek up here. I did a nice 360 walk in if you're a Patreon supporter. Mind your back, there's somebody coming through. If you're a Patreon supporter, I did a walk in with a bit of narrative on day 1. That's up on our Patreon. But where we're going now is Bungalowdorf. And the interesting thing about Bungalowdorf, I think, because this whole park used to be, I'll stop so you don't have to walk backwards, used to be a kind of activity centre for children in East Berlin. And it's like a really big park area. So there's lots of trails and kind of swimming areas, and there's a sports centre in the main building. And here is like a little clearing with a lot of sheds, or bungalows as they call them here. Bungalowdorf sounds more romantic somehow. And I think what they are is like little so kids would come and do sleep out, so there'd be kind of school trips and whatnot, and that's what this is. So they've all been cut. I'm glad they probably moved their mattresses, because I don't know if any of you ever did that as a kid, but I always remember sleeping on a foam mattress that probably absorbed 15 years worth of teenage foot sweat. Not a great way to spend a night, or a great way to spend an entire 3 days in a boiling hot shed, but so they've cleared it all out, and it's quite fragrant now, I can add. We shot the Udo Electronics is here. Udo Audio, not Udo Electronics. Got that messed up. Udo Audio is here. George was showing the Super 8, which is lovely. And Verbose.
Yeah.
Electronics. Fractal. Yeah, Ed shot a load of stuff, didn't you? Yeah. And let's think, what else was there? Yeah, Dopefer's here. We might get a chance to say hello to Dopefer. Dieter Dopefer, of course, the grandfather or the father of modern Eurorack. I saw him here the other day. He's sort of stepping back a little from the day-to-day running, and just as he said when I met him the other night, he was saying, I'm just doing the fun stuff, which is the sort of designing. I don't want to do the accounts and the business things anymore. That's dull. So he's sort of having a bit more time, spending a bit more time with his synths. So anyway, here we come into the Bungalowdorf. You see it's quite sort of kiddie friendly. They've got a bear and children and all sorts of stuff. So, and there's another bar here. We never found out whether they sell good beer here, but I suppose we'll find out soon enough. Let's go and check the inventory. Oh, what's that? Over there, Stromcult? Is that a bar?
No, the ESL thing, they're just jamming all day, I think.
Oh, really? Okay. Wow. Let's go and see what happens. So it's just jamming all day. Wavy man. Good, thank you. Okay, right, okay, ESL. We shot ESL at London Synth Expo. Yep, and yeah, that's cool. So as you'd expect, this is kind of a little hive of modular love, and quite often this is where the cool kids hang out. I mean, you can't get much cooler than Mark Verbus, who is one of the dons of sort of techno performance. I remember we saw him play out here on his Verbus system, and literally he just had the audience in the palm of his hand, and it was just effortless. And it's not kind of my thing, but I totally got it when I saw him perform, and I thought, wow, that's really, really impressive. Anyway, so we'll keep looking. I'm just going to check the inventory here, because I'd like to know that at a pinch, I might have to come out here for my Hefeweiss. Oh yeah, look, Carlsberg. I mean, what? We're in the land. The German beer is legendary, right? I mean, it's what we all aspire to in England. You know, drinking really nice German beer, but we don't generally aspire to drinking Carlsberg lager. It's not exactly the fun. I don't know. I think they need to have a word with the catering. Right. Yeah. Here we go. Oh yeah. So, have a quick look here. So this is always Doepfer from as long as I can remember. Wow, that's intense. I think this is probably akin to working in the drum hall at NAMM. This feels quite intense. I might have to shout up a bit. Doepfer's over there. I don't think Mr. Doepfer is here. We'll go outside, yeah. I was getting the nod from my TD there. He's saying, no, we can't, we have to come out. It's too noisy. Oh, he's there. Oh, I see. Well, so I couldn't hear you, of course, because it was so loud in there. So maybe I should just say hello. Look, we've got a triumvirate. We've got Thomas from Vermona. We've got Dieter Doepfer. I feel like I'm being a bit voyeuristic. Maybe if I come around in that eye line, we might be able to do something. We could see how... I think they're having a private conversation. I don't want to interrupt. But anyway, WMD, Buchler, Harken Audio, whole bunch of stuff.
Oh, this is the thing the Horizon thing.
Oh right, okay, yeah. This was actually okay. Interesting. Okay. I mean, unusual and interesting. AJH synth, of course. There's the EMS system that's been commissioned for. I didn't know this, but Hans Zimmer has bought Maid of Ale Studios and is looking to turn it into a kind of big electronic music studio, and he's commissioned AJH synth to put in a really big system. So that's going to be quite exciting. Hopefully, we might get a chance to go up there and have a look round. Okay, small dog. Of no relevance whatsoever, but I just thought I'd mention it. Right, let's walk this way now and head back to the main building, because I haven't shown you any of that, and this video is going to be extremely long. Hey, it's Fess.
What's up?
From Reverb.
Yeah.
Having a good show?
I had a great show, man. Having a great show. Like, it's not over yet.
No.
Yeah.
Highlights for you?
Highlights? Honestly, I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with the Tracker Plus. I was a Tracker user. It's kind of like similar to the way with the Digitech 2. It's like, these are things I wanted originally.
Polyand, right?
Yeah, exactly. You know, with the stereo and just faster load times and whatnot. The new drum synth is pretty impressive as well. But also, kind of intrigued by this play fader. I just kind of checked that out. It's like, you know, whole new way of thinking with like MIDI and CV and whatnot. And I must say, I was pretty impressed with the Polybrute 12. I was not expecting that keybed upgrade.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, it's taken it into Osmos territory, isn't it?
Yeah,
without the wiggle.
Without the wiggle, yeah. And those are my exact thoughts. It's like they're kind of, yeah. But man, I still have so much more to see. Like
I know. Yeah. I've done the thing that when people do that to me is you notice I didn't say what's the best thing you've seen, because it's just like I don't know. I have no idea. It's just possible. Yeah. It's like how's your short-term memory buffer? Is it like down to about a second?
Yeah, basically at this point, especially with like all the after parties and whatnot. It's like running on fumes. But this is what SUPERBOOTH's all about. And this year I was able to like bring some friends from Chicago along, so that's been pretty cool as well, for watching them go through their first SUPERBOOTH and whatnot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah,
have a great show. That's Fess Grandiose from Reverb and other places.
Yeah, man.
See you later, man.
All right, later.
Okay, so just want to give you an orientation. We've walked round. There was quite a long way back from the Bungalow Dorf, and it wasn't very interesting, but we've come round behind. So that's the stage that we started out at, and we bumped into Robbie Puricelli over by that hut, and we walked up. And this is kind of like a Lido that would have been, and I think they're still in use. They're big on this in Germany, aren't they? They have big Lidos where they have little beaches and lakes, and the kids and families come out to play and swim, and this is what it is. There seems to be fish rising in this one, so I'm not sure how it fits. I don't know if it's actually still a thing.
Are they fish or are they toads?
They could be toads, which does bring us neatly to the toads, which, if those of you who've been watching our daily updates, the music has to stop at 8. It usually stopped at 10 or midnight. They've stopped it at 8 because there are toads mating at this time of year, and they're quite rare. And so they've roped off certain areas. So we had this kind of idea that what should the music, that rather than shut down the music, should the toads just be played something that would encourage them in their lovemaking? And the only one that we could come up with, I came up with Katy Perry, which would be I Licked a Toad, or Kissed a Toad. Maybe Licked a Toad would be better, and I liked it. That could work. But that was it. So if you've got any more, stick them in the comments just because it'll be fun. So the toads are fine, but the music has to stop early, and it means that the bar's shut early, which is a bit of a shame, but at least the toads get to procreate, right? Right, so we're coming into the wooded area. This is the outdoor, the other outdoor section. We've been through the main field. Hopefully we've got the right badges to get in here, because otherwise this place will be completely wasted. Ah, there we go. Thanks, sir. So yeah, in here we've got all kinds of. Should we have a look? Actually, one thing should we go and look at that? Yeah. So there's this. I don't know what it's called, but I know there's this enormous. Watch your feet, Ed. There's this enormous. I think it's a feedback mixer.
A matrix mixer, yeah.
Matrix feedback. Oh look. Sleeping ducks. Maybe they've been up. They're waiting for 8 o'clock so that they can, or maybe they've been lovemaking, and now they're tired. Anyway, so a skate ramp here, or a skate track, which I think Ed was very excited about, but because we travelled a lot, he couldn't bring his skateboard. But there may be a skateboard that he could try, because now I don't care if he falls over and breaks his wrist, because we've done most of our work. Right, okay, here we are. Yeah, this is it. Look at this thing. We'll start round the back. So it's not small, and it's beautifully built. Look at the kind of all the construction, this sort of Formica. It's to feed a multi-speaker array, and as far as I understand, each channel has a feedback loop and a feedback mixer, so you can create drone. Well, I don't actually know. We'll go around the front and see what it. So, but because it's behind all these tents, and nobody knows it's here. So let's see if we can get a bit closer. Might be able to get around here somewhere. Sorry. Wow, I mean, that's incredible. All those chicken head knobs. As far as I understand it, so this is a multi-dimensional speaker array, and I think it's controlled by some kind of Max MSP thing as well. As far as that's about right.
Also, yeah.
Oh, okay. I haven't had a full explanation of what this is. Am I about right thinking that this is a multi-channel feedback matrix?
Yeah, it is for CV and audio, but a bit more advanced because you can invert the polarity on each input and each output. You can clicklessly mute anything or unmute. You can also analyze the audio and convert it to the voltage and then use it anywhere you want. We have this gray area which is a bus, and then it appears everywhere, so you can convert it to the OSC or any kind of data to control the sound as an object in the 3D domain.
Wow. So are the feedback channels designed to self-oscillate and make notes, or is that?
No. So this is you have to. Yeah, you can, but you have to put some signal in it. You have to put some source. So in here we have two sources. One is based on the Surge modular, and second on the Backbrand, British company, and some custom modules.
All right. So
built by us.
this
yeah.
over here, these
Yeah.
modular synths,
Yeah.
are the sound sources.
Exactly.
I mean, it's absolutely bonkers. I mean, what's the sort of where
What's
did
the purpose?
Yeah, I get. Well, what was the inspiration?
The inspiration. So yeah, our experience in making music for I don't know 20 years maybe, but we made it. We get a grant to make innovation in music production, and we decide to make something that is completely analog and like a the best that was from the past and the best what is in the future. So 3D sound system. So everything is in analog, and then it's converted into Dante network, and then it appears as an object in a 3D sound speaker configuration. And we are here promoting our facility in Poland, Katowice, where we have 36 speakers from Phone Audio, and yeah, you can. That's a tonarium.
Someone gets to stand at this and kind of stand at the controls and
exactly.
feel the power.
So far we did 4 residences, artistic residences, but that could be also a research, an experimental lab.
Wow, fantastic. Well, good for you. I mean, it's an amazing project.
Thank you. Yeah.
Where do people find out more about this?
So on the website of the Soundscape Foundation.
Soundscape Foundation, right, okay. Brilliant.
Soundscape Foundation and Tauron Lab.
Tauron Lab, yeah.
Tauron Lab. Soundscape Foundation at Tauron Lab.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Well, that was an unexpected bit of extra video, but that's the first time I'd seen it. So, goodness. Oh, there we go. Yeah, nice. Good skills there, Ed. So, yeah, there's more tents. Pardon?
Red tent.
Red tent. Oh, yeah, we're going this way. So, there's Wavy Industries. I think they got an award for the Value for Money for the. Was it them?
Yes.
Or was it that one?
It was that one.
Okay. For the Bluetooth keyboard, the Monkey, which looked pretty good. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a sort of haze of dust. It's a bit like, it's kind of, because there's so much footfall and it's so dry, it's very dusty. And so, look, you see it all up on there. I got back from the office from work yesterday, and I was just, the bottom half of my legs were all sort of just covered in dust. Right. So, yeah, and up there is the main building. So we'll go up there in a second. We're just going here. Funnily enough, we happen to be arriving at the time when there's a sort of YouTuber meetup. So look, there are all the YouTubers. So this is about as meta as it gets. We are filming for YouTube, going to wander through a YouTube meetup. How random is that? So let's see who we can spot. Mylar Melodies, I can't see him.
Pink hat.
Pink hat, yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. Mylar Melodies just there. And I'm going to really embarrass myself by not knowing everybody's name, and then people will get offended. There's Bo. And Yorb. And wow, this is like a super dense. I don't think there's ever been quite a density. What do you call a gathering of YouTubers? There should be a noun for it, shouldn't there? What would it be? Answers on a postcard or in the comments. A YouTuber. Yeah. A forum. I don't know. Oh look who it is. It's Starsky Carr, ladies and gentlemen. So this is really meta. So we're filming him being filmed by somebody else. So yeah, I guess we could stop here and kind of do what's the best of the show, what do you think? But man, that would take hours. Right, let's keep going. I don't know how long this running time has been, but it was going to be about an hour's video at this rate.
8 minutes.
8 minutes, okay.
We started from.
Okay, so we've just done 8 minutes just now, so it's going to be about 35 minutes. Right. And then we're coming up here. Wow, look, there's a cyborg. There's a miller. We've caught a miller in the wild. I bumped into Gareth earlier, actually. Gareth,
Where did you see him? I'm just looking for him.
he was in the field up there, by the other stage. Okay. Daniel Miller, of course.
Hello.
Legendarily Daniel. Mute Records.
Legendary Nick.
Have you been having fun?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, exhausting fun.
Yeah, it is exhausting.
But it's good fun, and it's so many great people here, and it's hard to get your hands on any modules, but that's why you're here, isn't it? So we can enjoy the social life and look at the modules.
Yeah, and be able to hear them later.
And hear them, yeah, hear them as well. That's the other. But it's great to meet some of the manufacturers and other people. Yeah. It's really
Have you been looking for anything in particular, or are you just kind of generally?
Not really. I use the 512 vector sequencer, and there's a new hardware version of that out, which looks really great.
Oh, because you used that last gig we spoke to you.
That's right. I know it's in my central part of my system, wherever I am. So there's a new hardware version with some really interesting new features, so that's exciting.
Have you seen that mad feedback matrix mixer that's just behind that tent there? It is from a Polish Tauron Lab Institute.
No, yeah.
Just what, I mean, as a thing, it's breathtaking.
Oh,
I don't know
really,
what it does or how it...
In that tent there, yeah?
Just behind the tent, so if you go round, there's another tent. You can just see the corner of it.
Okay.
So
yeah,
well
I'll have a
worth
look at
checking
that.
out. So I know this is a terrible question to ask, but you asked me yesterday.
Yeah.
So far, what's a particular highlight?
Well, apart from the event itself, which
Yeah.
is always the biggest highlight in a way, as I said, the Vector 512 Vector Mark II sequencer. There's a really interesting Erica Synths resonant filter.
Yes, the EQ.
Resonant EQ. Sorry,
Yeah.
That's coming out soon. I think that looks really interesting. Because I love all those.
We've
things.
got a video of that, so you can, with a demo from
okay.
Git, so you'll be
Great.
able to check that later.
Yeah. And there's a nice Verbos voice module, like standalone voice module, which is really good. And I love the Sound Freaks stuff, all the kind of EMS inspired stuff. I really love that. It's just so playable and so sounding so good. But yeah, I can't think of anything. There's so many.
No, I know. Yeah, it's overstimulating, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you're playing tonight, aren't you, off site? So
Yes,
you have a great gig.
Thank you very much. All
Cheers,
right,
Daniel.
cheers.
Bye-bye.
Good luck.
God, it makes it look like I kind of hang around with these people the whole time, but it really isn't. Hey, there's non-linear. That's hard to say fast.
Hard to say.
Non-linear labs. How are you?
I'm fine. Actually, maybe we have something new for you.
Oh, really? Okay.
The C15 can receive polyphonic aftertouch now.
Okay.
And then we have another keyboard beneath, and we could show you how the engine reacts to polyphonic aftertouch.
I'll be round later.
Okay.
Oh, that's on camera now. I've got to do it, haven't I? I thought I'd finished after this. Right. Okay. Oh, look. Here's Div Kid. I mean, this. Just to show you, there's so many people here that it is a bit like. What would you call it? It's not. It's like a. What do they call it in America? It's like a conference almost. It's not really a trade show, although people are showing their new wares. There's nothing for sale here. It's just the place people want to come because it's so much fun. I think really. I mean, it's hard work. I mean, as you can see, we've covered a lot of just walking to go round, but it's it's good. Anyway, let's go. Oh well, we missed Ben. That's it. It saves any awkward questions. Oh, did he give us a smile? Okay, well that's good. So, got to watch the steps here, Ed. So this is the seaside stage. I don't think there's anything playing here at the moment.
I just got a wolf line.
But we'll have a look. So we come up here. Here we go. I mean, I'm thinking, I'm not sure I've got the legs to walk through the entire place, but inside the building here, there's a whole load of more. This is the gymnasium. There's a whole bunch of people in here. So this is, as Herr Schneider said, this is the biggest show for so far. And then there's the balcony up here. There's more rooms up there. There's somebody standing rather lonely. I wonder if we asked them to let down their golden locks, whether we could climb up and rescue them. There's, I think, sequential are in one of those. I forget which one. And then up there is a rather delightful looking cafeteria, but I'm told not so much in the actual eating. It's a lovely location, less supply. It's more of a supply issue, I think. Right, and so obviously between gigs here, this is where we have various bands playing, and some of it's quite experimental. Sounds really nice, actually. This is the famous stage where Ken Macbeth jumped into the water during his what were they called? T-Roundschmidt. Fuckety buckety. Oops. Oh, I shouldn't have said that, should I? That's under a strike. So anyway, I think we'll probably leave it here as we get towards the building. We had a little bit of building action, but I think I just wanted to show you the outside of it. So thanks for watching. Thanks to everybody in the team. Andy, get well soon. And Ed, Chris, Simon, Ben and Chris B from Boo's been doing the stories. Good work. Thanks a lot.